people do in the street?
Like fast food? How would you tell, or how would you say that someone that do fast food, like completos or sopaipillas or empanadas?
Okay, so how would you say that? Like, where would they sell that? Because they're not just standing with the food here, right? What do they usually have?
Like a stand, puesto?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you remember the name? It's not really a stand. It was like a little place that was open.
Stall?
Stall.
Stall.
So it could be a food stall. I'm gonna change the format to white so we can see it. Okay, so it could be a food stall. What else?
People who draw portraits.
Okay, so what type of job is that? How would they define themselves?
As painting artists.
Good. So when they do portraits, they actually draw. I'm gonna put drawing artist, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What other job do you see on the streets?
It could be like street seller, like vendedor ambulante.
Very good, yeah. Oh. Street seller. Okay, street seller. What else?
It could
Street
be
cleaner.
Marisol?
Street cleaner.
Street cleaners, very good.
A street performer.
Yes. I got that right. Performers, yeah. Street performers. So you have, in that case, you have the jugglers, that people that do like mimes. They play with fire, all of that.
Está durmiendo la mamá. Está durmiendo. Sí.
What else do you think we can find?
like in
Ignacio?
you muted me.
Sorry.
Okay, and like the ones in United States, the ice cream mans, you sell ice cream in the street, but without the car.
Oh, wait. You're saying, okay, yeah, ice cream vendors. That's the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and in the United States, you hear the ice cream truck. Yeah. If you have, if you know, like American people, or you have American friends or something, ask them if they live here, because most of them, like I've had conversations, and some of them are like, I was deceived, like you people trick me, because they hear the ice cream truck and they go outside thinking that it's ice cream and it's the gas. You know, like when they sell gas here and they have the same tune, and it's also a truck. So all the American people that arrive here, when they hear that, they go outside thinking that it's ice cream, and they're like, what is that? That is a big cultural shock that you have when you go to another country and the culture is different. It's called a cultural shock. That's one of the first cultural shocks that they have.
I thought that the ice cream trucks were like something fake that just appearing in the movies or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Also. Okay. Do we have any more jobs that people do in the street? Can you think of any more?
Souvenirs, sales. Do you get it?
Yeah, I think yeah, souvenirs. But okay, so those souvenirs, usually people make them, right? To sell them. So when you buy something that a person made with their hands, how do you call that souvenir? Because it's not just like made in China, right? It's something that a person made with their hands.
handmade.
It's, yeah, but it's different because it's not just something handmade. It's part of,
Is it like handicraft or something like that?
it's, yes, it's handcraft. So it's a handcraft. I'm gonna put seller. Handcraft is what we translate as somebody that is an artist and they make things with their hands. And I'm thinking, for example, rings, like earrings.
Would it be like artesano in Spanish?
Yeah, somebody that makes something with their hands and it's an artist. So for example, in Valpo, we have a lot of handcraft fairs where you go and you buy things that people make with their hands. So yeah, that's a good one. Can you think of any other? So I'm still letting people in.
I don't think so. I can't think of any other job in the
Okay,
street.
what about the rest of you? You can write it in the chat if you don't want to talk, if you don't feel like talking today.
Have you ever seen those stalls for kids, like when you go magic fishing and they gain like toys and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, usually those are in amusement parks or fairs, sometimes in the street.
Yeah, here they are just in the street.
Yeah,
Like they are in the park, in the middle of the park, just doing their job.
I don't know how to call that because usually, like you see, sometimes the name is defined by what they do. That's not entertainment, it's a game.
It's kind of a game, yes, and they have a lot of toys, but they also have like candies. But you know, it's just one stall, so it doesn't make it really a fair. So
I guess it would be like a game stall.
yeah, it could be. Yeah,
That's the only way to classify it.
those are very old, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next part. So we have 3 people here. I'm gonna clear the board. We have Edgar, Lexman, and Harry. Okay. Now there's a listening exercise. You're going to listen to these people, and all 3 of them somehow work in the streets. So I'm gonna play the recording, and you have to tell me which one of these sentences belongs to who. Okay. So which of these sentences applies to Edgar, which ones to Laxman, and which ones to Harry? And I'm going to play this recording 2 times. All right? Is everyone ready? You can do
Yes.
the reactions with the thumb, so I know.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, I need to share my sound. Okay.
Good morning and welcome to the show. Today we're talking to 3 very different people about their work outside in the street. Edgar Muller, an amazing 3D pavement artist, Lakshman Rao, a tea seller, and Harry Bakewell, a street cleaner. So, first of all, Edgar, why do you think 3D pavement art is so popular nowadays?
The art happens outside, so people can enjoy the art on their way to work. They don't have to go to art galleries or museums to see it. They love getting close to the art and exploring it.
Your painting Ice Age was 330 square meters and broke a world record. Why do you do such huge paintings?
Well, I want to change how the street looks.
But why is that important?
Because I'm interested in the way people see the world. People watch and ask questions when I'm working. Also, I want them to walk on the paintings, become part of the art.
Lakshman Rao is a tea seller and a writer in New Delhi, India. So, Lakshman, please tell me about your work.
Well, every day I serve tea at a stall in central Delhi. It's crowded and noisy, but my job for the last 20 years. I also write novels and plays in Hindi, India's national language.
Aha. But why does a writer have to sell tea?
Well, actually, I'm the writer, publisher, and the salesman. Before, I never made enough money from my books. But I think my luck is changing now.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, more and more people are reading books and newspapers in Hindi these days. Did you know it's the 3rd most spoken language in the world? And one of my novels is selling well. So now there is...
Finally, Harry Bakewell is a street cleaner from London in England. Good morning, Harry. Could you tell us a little bit about your job now? Do you work alone?
Yeah, I do. But I work in a very lively neighbourhood and I know everyone, so it's fine. There's plenty to do and all kinds of people to chat to, so it's never dull. I have to be careful though, because every now and then my boss checks my work and I get in trouble if I'm chatting or drinking tea when he arrives.
And what hours are you working today?
Well, today I'm working from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And how do you find this work?
Well, I work in a pedestrian area near the city centre, and we do have a huge problem with rubbish, so it's hard work. But I prefer working outdoors, and I'm not embarrassed about my job. The people who drop their rubbish on the pavement instead of putting it in the bin should be embarrassed, not me.
Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time. But before I play it, I'm gonna put you in the breakout rooms for just 3 minutes, just to check if you have the same answer as your classmate. And then we'll come back and we'll listen one more time, okay? So breakout rooms, but only 3 minutes.
Hola. Hola, ¿me escuchas? Ah, ya. Somos los dos nomás, sí. Ya, a ver qué puse. ¿Alcanzaste a completar todo? Ah, no la anotaste. Mm. Ah, yo sí la anoté. Puse Edgar era 3D pavement artist y holds a world record. Laxman se decía o no? Sí. Y el Harry que era a street cleaner y conocía a todos. Y eso era nomás, pues. Era fácil igual. Sí, yo pensé que iba a costar más, la verdad, como todo, como los audios en general. ¿A qué hora terminó esta clase? Ah, verdad, con el fonético, ¿no? Hoy sí, menos mal que tenemos una pura clase a las 8. Es muy pajero tener clase a las 8. Yo tampoco. Ah, quedan 20 segundos.
Okay, I'm gonna play the recording one more time. Check. And then we'll go to another activity that is connected to this, okay?
Audio 2.3. Good morning and welcome to the show. Today we're talking to three very different people about their work outside in the street. Edgar Muller, an amazing 3D pavement artist, Lakshman Rao, a tea seller, and Harry Bakewell, a street cleaner. So, first of all, Edgar, why do you think 3D pavement art is so popular nowadays?
The art happens outside, so people can enjoy the art on their way to work. They don't have to go to art galleries or museums to see it. They love getting close to the art and exploring it.
Your painting Ice Age was 330 square meters and broke a world record. Why do you do such huge paintings?
Well, I want to change how the street looks.
But why is that important?
Because I'm interested in the way people see the world. People watch and ask questions when I'm working. Also, I want them to walk on the paintings, become part of the art.
Lakshman Rao is a tea seller and a writer in New Delhi, India. So, Lakshman, please tell me about your work.
Well, every day I serve tea at a stall in central Delhi. It's crowded and noisy, but my job for the last 20 years. I also write novels and plays in Hindi, India's national language.
Aha. But why does a writer have to sell tea?
Well, actually, I'm the writer, publisher, and the salesman. Before, I never made enough money from my books. But I think my luck is changing now.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Well, more and more people are reading books and newspapers in Hindi these days. Did you know It's the third most spoken language in the world. And one of my novels is selling well. So now there is...
Finally, Harry Bakewell is a street cleaner from London in England. Good morning, Harry. Could you tell us a little bit about your job now? Do you work alone?
Yeah, I do. But I work in a very lively neighbourhood and I know everyone, so it's fine. There's plenty to do and all kinds of people to chat to, so it's never dull. I have to be careful though, because every now and then my boss checks my work and I get in trouble if I'm chatting or drinking tea when he arrives.
And what hours are you working today?
Well, today I'm working from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And how do you find this work?
Well, I work in a pedestrian area near the city centre, and we do have a huge problem with rubbish, so it's hard work. But I prefer working outdoors, and I'm not embarrassed about my job. The people who drop their rubbish on the pavement instead of putting it in the bin should be embarrassed, not me.
Okay, so which of the sentences here apply to Edgar?
The third one and the fifth one.
Very good. Okay, which ones apply to Lexman?
1 and 6.
Very good, Marisol. Okay, and Harry?
The 4 and 2.
2 and 4.
Yes, good. Let's see if you remember something from what you heard.
Audio 2.
Nope. This. These are some sentences that were taken from the listening. Okay? Do you remember how to complete these sentences?
Some of them.
Yes.
Okay. Try to complete the ones that you remember, and we'll listen just one last time to finish them, and then we're going to analyze them. So try to complete from what you remember, and then we'll listen one more time to check. Okay, I'm gonna play the recording so you can check your answers. And if you don't have the answer, make sure that you're listening so you can finish the sentence when you hear it, okay?
Audio 2.3.
Good morning and welcome to the show. Today we're talking to three very different people about their work outside in the street. Edgar Muller, an amazing 3D pavement artist, Lakshman Rao, a tea seller, and Harry Bakewell, a street cleaner. So, first of all, Edgar, why do you think 3D pavement art is so popular nowadays?
The art happens outside, so people can enjoy the art on their way to work. They don't have to go to art galleries or museums to see it. They love getting close to the art and exploring it.
Your painting Ice Age was 330 square meters and broke a world record. Why do you do such huge paintings?
Well, I want to change how the street looks.
But why is that important?
Because I'm interested in the way people see the world. People watch and ask questions when I'm working. Also, I want them to walk on the paintings, become part of the art.
Lakshman Rao is a tea seller and a writer in New Delhi, India. So, Lakshman, Please tell me about your work.
Well, every day I serve tea at a stall in central Delhi. It's crowded and noisy, but my job for the last 20 years. I also write novels and plays in Hindi, India's national language.
Uh-huh. But why does a writer have to sell tea?
Well, actually, I'm the writer, publisher, and the salesman. Before, I never made enough money from my books. But I think my luck is changing now.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, more and more people are reading books and newspapers in Hindi these days. Did you know it's the third most spoken language in the world? And one of my novels is selling well. So now there is...
Finally, Harry Bakewell is a street cleaner from London in England. Good morning, Harry. Could you tell us a little bit about your job now? Do you work alone?
Yeah, I do. But I work in a very lively neighbourhood and I know everyone, so it's fine. There's plenty to do and all kinds of people to chat to, so it's never dull. I have to be careful though, because every now and then my boss checks my work and I get in trouble if I'm chatting or drinking tea when he arrives.
And what hours are you working today?
Well, today I'm working from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And how do you find this work?
Well, I work in a pedestrian area near the city centre, and we do have a huge problem with rubbish, so it's hard work. But I prefer working outdoors, and I'm not embarrassed about my job. The people who drop their rubbish on the pavement instead of putting it in the bin should be embarrassed, not me.
Okay, so what is the first answer? The art?
Happens.
Good. I'm gonna change the format to black. Here. Okay. They
Love.
good. They love getting close to the art. More and more people
Are reading.
Are reading.
okay. Books and newspapers in Hindi. My luck
Is changing.
is
Changing. Changing.
changing. Okay. Every now and then, my boss
Checks.
checks my work. What hours?
Do and working.
Working, yes. And the first part,
Are
you working? This one is are, and we're going to explain why. And today,
Working.
work.
yeah,
I am working.
I'm working. He says, I'm working. So from these sentences, we have two tenses. Tenses when we talk about time in English, como tiempos verbales, okay? So tenses, we have two. The first sentence, the art happens outside. What tense is that? Is it the past? Is it future?
Present.
It's what?
Present.
Again? Present, yes. Now, in present, sometimes we also divide it. We have present simple, we have present perfect, we have present continuous. What type of present is the first sentence? She lives in Valparaiso. I work in a university. What type of present is that? Or which one do you think it is?
Simple present.
Yes, that's present simple. Present simple is just the subject and the verb. That's it. Just one verb, okay? That's present simple. Now, look at number 3. More and more people are reading books and newspapers in Hindi states. Number 4, my life is changing now. Number 7, today I'm working from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So when I'm writing the verb, I have 2 verbs. I don't have just one, I have a verb phrase. I have are, or is, or I am. What verb is that?
Be.
Okay, so I have verb to be, and then the other verb is reading, changing, working. I have ing. Verb to be and ing, what tense?
Continuous.
Present continuous. Okay. And just pay attention to the second sentence that says, they love getting close to the art. La vamos a dejar ahí, okay? Present simple, present continuous, and the second sentence that says, they love getting close to the art. Now, when do we use this present simple? When do we use this present continuous? Present simple is not just, you know, I live, I work, I survive. And present continuous sometimes is used for more than one thing. So when I talk about habits or about routines, what tense do I use? Present simple or present continuous? When you talk about your day, like what do you do every day? I get up, I take a shower, I have breakfast, I drink coffee, I turn on my computer, I go online, I wait for the class to start. What tense am I using there? Present simple or present continuous?
Present simple.
Yeah. Okay, so from here, when do I use present continuous?
When something is happening now.
Good.
Always true.
Hmm? When
Always
something
true.
is, okay, when something is always true, can you give me an example of something that is always true? Can you guys give me an example of something that is always true?
Taking a shower or waking up.
Okay, but make it into a sentence.
I wake up every morning.
Okay, that is always true. I wake up every morning. So what tense did you use? Present simple or present continuous?
Simple. Simple.
Present simple. So the first 3, when you talk about habits, when you talk about routines, or when you say something that is always true, you use present simple. Always true. The earth takes 365 days to make the round around the sun, for example. Summer is always hot in Valpo. In winter, it rains a lot in the south of Chile. It's always present simple. We use present continuous when we use things that are happening now or things that are happening around now. Why do we say around now? Porque el concepto de ahora es subjetivo. Es muy subjetivo. Si se encuentran con algún compañero, por ejemplo, del colegio, no decir, ¿y qué estoy haciendo ahora? Y el ahora puede ser este año, el ahora puede ser este mes, el ahora puede ser en este momento. Y eso va a depender de cómo ustedes lo quieran interpretar. Por eso es que dice around now, okay? So you can say, well, this year I'm studying online in the university. You can say, well, this month I am reading this book or I am watching this TV show. Or you say, well, right now I am on my way to the supermarket to buy things. So it depends on how you interpret that. But I have a box here that talks about stative verbs. Los stative verbs son verbos que en situaciones muy concretas se pueden ocupar en ing, pero generalmente no se ocupan como presente continuo. Son verbos que se ocupan solamente en su presente, en el estado de stative, como en un estado. Piensen en esto, por ejemplo. Cuando ustedes ocupan el verbo understand, estamos en una clase y yo les digo, do you understand? La mayoría me dice yes, no, o me pueden decir so. But you never say I'm understanding now. You always say I understand or I don't understand. Or you say I understand a little bit. Pero nunca se ocupa el I'm understanding. No se considera como proceso. A eso se refiere con esos stative verbs. Okay? Do you like it? Do you don't like it? I like it, I don't like it, but I'm liking it now. Se puede ocupar, pero en contextos muy específicos. Okay? Believe. Do you believe in God? I believe in God. I don't believe in God. I'm believing in God? You always I believe or I don't believe. I remember. I don't remember. You can say I remember now, but not I'm remembering. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, what about the rest of you? Do you have any questions? Ignacio, thank you for the thumbs up. It's a visual signal that you understand. Okay, Maria Sofia too. Okay, so we get it. We can use present simple for habits, routines, things that are always true. We use present continuous, verb to be, and ing. Y lo que me dice que es presente es la forma del verbo to be, am, is, or are, okay? That means that it's present for things that are happening now or around now, but I can also use these stative verbs. Ahora, ojo, porque la oración... Yeah?
What did you say about the first ones? I couldn't hear you right.
Present simple, it's for habits, routines, and things that are always true. Present continuous is I am, is, or are, plus ing.
Okay, thank you.
And do you remember the sentence number 2? They love getting close to the art. That's because when we use verbs of feelings, if we have another verb, they go with ing. I love listening to music. I hate watching people without a mask in the streets. I feel, I'm not gonna use feel. No, I don't remember anything with feel, but I either love or hate, so, or like. So when you use that with another verb, you go with ing. Let's do some exercises, okay? So we have a reading here. In this reading, you have to choose what is the correct option in each one of the options here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 minutes, read from beginning to end, and then the second time, choose the correct option. Ready?
Almost.
Okay. 2 more minutes. Okay, should we start checking?
Yes.
I'm gonna start reading, you guys tell me the answers, okay? It says, Dustbot, the street cleaning robot. Rubbish is a big problem for all of us, but in Italy, scientists
Are
Are
developing.
developing.
very good, are developing a new and very different way to collect rubbish. Dustbot is a friendly-looking robot with maps and GPS navigation. You simply
Call.
Call.
call Dustbot on your mobile, and it
Comes.
Comes.
it comes to your house and
Takes.
Takes.
your rubbish away whenever you
Want.
Want.
want. In many Italian towns with small or narrow streets, rubbish trucks
Don't find.
Fine.
don't find it easy to get around. With Dustbot, this is not a problem. These days, we
Are
Are
trying.
trying.
are trying to improve the ways we deal with rubbish and
Recycle.
recycle more. Yes, more and more. Dustbot is a fun idea, so let's hope it helps. Any vocabulary issues here?
No.
No? Okay. So sometimes when we use present simple or present continuous, we can use different expressions, especially time expressions. When I say time expressions, I don't mean 1 hour, 30 minutes. I mean, for example, always. So when we use always, do we use it with the present simple or present continuous? Think about a sentence with always. Okay, did you use it with present simple or present continuous?
Present simple.
Yes, because when you say always, you say something that is true all the time, right? Like I always get up at 9 a.m., for example. I always watch TV before sleeping, before going to bed. So always you use it with present simple. When do you say at the moment? Present simple or present continuous? Again,
Continuous.
yes. Think about a sentence and then you analyze it. Present continuous. When you say, for example, usually,
Present continuous too?
can you give me an example?
Oh no. I usually make my bed in the morning.
So you use it with present simple.
Yes,
Because usually
yeah.
talks about, yeah.
I
When you
realize
use
it's in the middle.
usually, you use it with habits or routines. Occasionally,
Present simple too.
yes, because it's also part of habits or routines. Right now,
That is continuous.
yeah, that is continuous. Every Sunday.
Present simple.
Yes. Present simple. Never?
Present simple too.
Yes. Okay, so let's practice this. You have to rewrite these sentences that are here in present continuous if possible. Remember that there are some verbs that don't work in present continuous. So take a picture of the screen because you're going to breakout rooms and you're going to work with your classmates to do this exercise, okay? So you have to see if it is possible to do this in present continuous. And if not, you can just put an X. Like, for example, I love this place. I'm loving this place. Se usa, pero no es muy común. No es lo que generalmente uno dice. Okay? So, not possible, you just put an X.
Miss,
Okay. Yeah?
I send the picture in the chat. I think the
Oh, okay.
my
Great.
classmate can see it.
Thank you. Okay, so you're going to the breakout rooms. Let's do 2 or 3. No, 3 or 4, just in case somebody's connection falls through, you can still have somebody to work with. 8 sentences, 5 minutes, okay?
¿Qué onda, gente?
Wait.
Qué casualidad, ¿no? Increíble. Madre mía,
No, me tocó con los nachos, voy a ser cargado ahora mismo.
increíble. ¿Cómo andamos?
Con sueño, pero siempre activo.
Oye, ya pues, ¿y la cámara para cuándo, Nachi?
Oye, sí, po. ¿Para cuándo el face reveal?
Sí, mandé la foto igual. Sí que no la ven, la mandé a Discord.
Gracias.
Sí se puede.
Yes. En el Brasil,
¿Cómo?
las frases las tienen ahí, mano.
La mandé, pues.
Sí.
Esta es la actividad, sí, por cierto. Sí. ¿Lo que en Santiago?
Renca, en Santiago, por Renca Juniors, ¿no he visto esa comedia? Comediaza.
Es como si la wea fuera lo más obvio del mundo, así como, no la cachai, weón. Es buenísimo. Regrade the sentences.
Ok, creo que la 2 no se puede.
No, porque ya está el ING puesto ahí, pues.
Ajá.
Espera, es que para entender mejor la 1 no se puede porque si fuera en presente continuo sería así como I'm loving this place, ¿cierto? O algo así. Sí, pues, pero realmente no estaría correcto gramaticalmente.
Exacto.
Como la pillería ahí. Ya, la 2 no se puede. La 3.
La 3 sí. Los teléfonos no cuestan mucho estos días, pero también puede ser, los teléfonos no están costando mucho estos días.
Smartphones are not
O sea,
costing.
serían costing.
Ghosting.
Quizá. No sé si existe la palabra, pero a ver, voy a revisar.
La weá suena de chamulleo, culiao. Suena súper chamullento. Ghosting. O sea, obviamente existe,
Sí,
pero.
sí existe.
Sí, pues de que existe, existe. Pues, sí. Pero.
No hay que ponerla igual, pues, si es lo que hay que hacer.
Estará bien, tontos.
It is what it is.
Pero es que hay que ver si es posible. Esa es la weá. Suena como el hoyo, pero bueno.
Sí, pero ¿será posible? Mira, si es posible gramaticalmente, no importa si suena como el otro, pero
Sí, sí. Igual si estamos mal, la profe nos va a enseñar. ¿Listo? Si hubiese estado.
cuatro sí se puede.
Factoría.
I'm working. Eso sí se puede.
Sí, es así.
Working. ¿Y la 5 cuál sería? Por.
Sí, pues. Y aparte ya está el ING
Sí,
en
pues entonces la
en la
5,
oración. No, ya se va a acabar.
Sí, siempre es súper poco tiempo.
Hablando de Renca Juniors.
Se nos fue el tiempo.
Were you guys able to finish?
No. Nos faltaron dos.
Not enough time.
You had 5 minutes.
Yes, enough time.
Not a lot in our lives.
Okay. 5 more minutes?
Yes, we have to coordinate.
Okay, only 5 more. Hurry up.
Nacho, se te escuchó cuando dijiste Renca Junior, po, culiao. No sé, la voy a súper fuera de contexto, así como, sí, Renca Junior. Ya a las 6. No sé. A ver, una copia. A las 9. No sé, no sé cuál sería la 6.
Por el preferring es que
no sé,
tiene más sentido, supongo.
se puede porque está como static verbs. Igual que love, like, want, need, no se puede cambiar. Así que
Entonces, ¿la funamos o no?
A ver, vayamos a las
yo
7.
la
People are driving, ¿cierto?
Sí.
driving. Sí.
People are driving. Driving. Weekly. Sí. ¿Y cuánto tiempo nos queda? 2 minutos. No, bueno, 3. La última.
Y la 3. La 3.
La 3. I'm watching puede ser. O sea, la 8.
No,
No,
la
la
8.
última, esa es la que nos falta.
on my laptop. Ah,
Ya, entonces, ¿cuál nos faltaría?
yo creo que las 6,
La 6 está cotota.
no, las 6 yo creo que no tiene. Que no debería poder ponerse en presente continuo, así que te voy a poner una X, pero la 5 sí. Eso de I'm understand, no.
¿Te la jugáis o no? A los lloros.
A lo desquiciado.
¿Cuál se podría hacer? Porque painting no es como una acción, porque painting es
No.
pintura. Son cuatro.
No sé.
No sé.
Está como medio raro. Oye, ¿me puedo poner audio profesional, ojito?
Audio profesional.
No, ¿dónde está?
Se escucha como, como algo ahí atrás.
Sí,
No
se
sé.
escucha como distorsión.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, ya te piteaste el PC, no chino, el PC no.
Pucha. F face reveal.
Oye, ¿cómo que te puedes poner ringtones? ¿De qué? ¿Te puedes poner un temita?
¿Aquí en Zoom?
Sale ringtones, pero no sé qué. Es que de cuando
La
entráis,
tecnología.
la tecnología está muy cuática. Me pidió la tecnología.
Sí, a mí ya me envió hace rato. Oh, no.
Ujú.
Just giving you the heads up. You're here. Okay. Let's check this very quickly because we still have a couple of more exercises, okay?
Okay.
Number 2. Oops.
That will be an X.
Somebody was a little too excited with my voice. Number 2, can you change it?
No.
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 Good. Number 3, can you change it?
I think you can. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
The idea is if I change it, because grammatically, I can put all those sentences in present continuous. Grammatically, the point is the meaning changes if I change it to present continuous. Si hay algún cambio en el significado, entonces significa que puedo cambiarla. Pero si no cambia el significado entre la oración original y la oración en presente continuo, entonces no es necesario cambiarlo.
So if I say like smartphones aren't costing much these days, it's wrong?
Grammatically, no. But it's not something that we use because if you say they don't cost much these days, it's the same idea.
So it will be an X.
It would be an X.
I'm having a hard time with it.
Also because cost is here in the box that I showed you before. I'll go back to cost is part of the state verbs.
Yes. Okay.
That they don't really change, okay? All right, so we said that one, no. What about 4? I work in a factory. Can I change it?
Yes, I working in a factory.
Okay, Marisol, can you say that again?
I working in a factory.
Good, pero falta algo ahí.
I am.
I am
I am
working in a factory.
Yes. So remember, put your lips together. I'm working in a factory. Number 5, can I change it?
No.
No, no, no.
Nope. Okay, number 6, can I change it?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Number 7.
Yeah, I think you can change that one.
So Constanza, how would number 7?
People are
Change.
driving quickly down our street.
Yes. People are driving quickly down our street. And number 8, I watch football on my laptop.
Yes.
I am watching.
I'm watching.
Yes.
I'll leer forever.
I'm watching football on my laptop. So here the meaning changes because I watch football on my laptop. It's a habit. It's like cuando veo fútbol, I watch it in my laptop. But number 2 says I'm watching football on my laptop. That means right now. That means in this moment. So there is a change in the meaning. Okay, let's continue then. These sentences, you have to decide if you write them in present simple or present continuous. So how do you create the first one?
What do you do every Sunday?
Yeah. So the first one would be in present simple because it's a habit. What do you do every Sunday? Okay, let's see. I'm going to ask somebody. Maria Sofia, how do you do number 2?
How often you go into the city center?
Okay, good. Pero ¿a quién le estamos preguntando?
A mí.
Yeah, I know. But en la pregunta, agrégame una persona. How often?
How often you go into the city center?
Do you?
Yeah. Okay, so I have WH, how often? You said do, auxiliary. What is the subject? Number 1 is what do you do every Sunday? Number 2, how often do
you go?
Do you go? Yeah. Do you go into the city center? Okay, good. Marco, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, can you do number 3?
What tourists usually visit? No. What tourists you usually visit in your town? ¿Está como hecha? ¿O tengo que
No,
agregar?
you have to add a word. Remember the structure of questions. Eso lo vimos también la clase pasada. The structure of the questions. You have WH, auxiliary, subject, verb, and extra. WH, what? Auxiliary. Anyone, what is the auxiliary in that question?
Do.
Okay, so what do tourists?
Oh.
Yeah. Si no tengo el auxiliar, tendría que ser con verbo to be, pero no tengo verbo to be. So I have to use the auxiliary.
So what
Tourist?
do tourists usually visit in your town?
Yes. Like what things do they visit?
Okay.
Monument, museums, what? That's the question. Constanza, Urtubia, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Constanza, look at the question number 4. Look at the time expression. How do you make that the question?
How is your life
Mm-hmm.
at the moment?
Again,
Or how is your life changing at the moment?
Yes, very good. How is your life changing? ING at the moment. Very good. Number 5. Ian, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you do number 5?
What do you like about your hometown?
That's it. Yes, good. And the last one, Ivan Torres.
What does happen outside right now?
Okay. Grammatically, that is good. But look at the time expression. Right now.
What is happening outside right now?
Yes. What is happening outside right now? Good. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Next class, which is tomorrow, we're going to start with 2.3. And I'm probably going to give you the date for your first test. Remember that you have your first test, your first evaluation next week, okay? So come to the class so you can ask all the questions that you need to, and we'll start with 2.3 from the book, all right?
Thank you, Miss.
Okay,
Thank
guys,
you.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Bye.